or so, I've been trying to minimise the amount of clothing that I buy from fast fashion brands. And I would say it's definitely a journey, it's definitely a process, and it's not something that I feel like I can transition to overnight after years and years and years of just, you know, going into the high street and going into H&M, Zara, Topshop, New Look, those kind of shops. I would say I've cut down my consumption by about 50%, which I think is a real improvement. And I kind of take a two-pronged approach to this. Firstly is, like I mentioned, just reducing my support for the very typical fast fashion brands, really limiting the clothing that I buy from them and generally just trying to avoid them as much as possible. And the second approach is that I try to, if I am going to buy something from a more fast fashion retailer, I try and really consider the items, sit on the purchase for about a month before I actually make it, and also look at the quality and make sure the thing that I'm buying can last the test of time. So that means prioritising natural fibres, it means looking at the details on the garment and making sure that they've been crafted in a way that I think is going to last, and also thinking about the style of it. So thinking about whether I will wear this in 1 year, 2 year, 5 years time. So staying away from things that are too trendy or things that I want to experiment with, really looking for more classic pieces, more timeless pieces, and things that I can pair with items I already have in my wardrobe. The reason I'm telling you this is because in today's video I do want to show you 4 pieces of clothing that I've recently purchased from And Other Stories. Now, And Other Stories aesthetically is one of my favourite brands. It really represents a lot of what I go for with fashion. I like the fact that they don't churn out as many items as places like H&M and Zara. They do take a little bit more of a considered approach, and the materials they use are generally much better, much more leaning towards natural fibres, and the quality is overall just slightly improved. Having said that, they are owned by H&M, so they're by no means a slow fashion brand, and they're one that I really want to consider carefully before buying anything from. This is why over the past few months I've had these items saved on my Karma for at least a month, probably more like 6 weeks to 2 months for some of these things. And I didn't buy all of these things at once either. I bought a couple at a time, and this is all I'm going to buy from And Other Stories now for this spring, early summer season. I might have a look again more towards mid to late summer, but really I want to limit my purchases as I mentioned. So in today's video I am going to show you these 4 items. I'm going to talk about the composition of them. As I said, And Other Stories does tend to prioritise natural fibres, which I find is really good. It makes the garments last longer and just feel nicer to wear as well. All of the things that I've bought today are made from purely natural fibres. I'll talk about the prices because And Other Stories is slightly on the higher end of high street prices. I'll talk about the fit, I'll try these things on, and I'll decide if I'd like to keep them or not. Now, some of these things, as I mentioned, I've bought previously, and some of them have just arrived a few days ago. So this I actually wore in one of my last videos. This is an older piece, and this is what I've had for a few weeks. The other 2 items are new to me. I think all of these things are still on the website. Another good thing about And Other Stories is that things tend to last. Like some of the dresses that I bought last year are still in stock on the website. So as I said, it's not as fast fashion as Zara that, you know, something will come in and then the next week it's gone and been replaced by something else. So a quick note on sizing before I show you these. If you're new here, I am a size 10 roughly on top and a size 12 on bottom. I will talk to you about the sizes that I got in these because it does differ slightly depending on the item. But hopefully if you're a similar size to me, this will help you to decide if these things might fit you well before you buy them, just to reduce the waste of buying them and then having to send them back. So the first item that I'm going to show you is this dress. Now I've had this for about a month now. I did wear it in my previous video. This is a mini dress, although it's not too short, which is another thing I really like about it. It's blue, it's got this floral print, it's got puffed sleeves, and it's got a tie at the waist that you can either tie in the front or in the back. It's also got some pearlescent buttons going down the middle. It's 100% cotton, so it's really breathable, it's really light to wear, lovely for warmer months, and I think, yeah, it does have a lining on the bottom half of the dress, so it's not going to be see-through at all. You're not going to have to worry about what you wear underneath it. This one I got in a European 40, so this is a UK size 12, and I've tried this on already, so I know it fits me really well, but I will show you what it looks like on in a second. At the time I bought this, I actually got this quite reduced. I believe I got 25% off. I can't remember the exact price it retails for because I bought it a while ago. I think it was around the £50 mark, which for a cotton dress, I don't think is too bad at all. Maybe you do, 'cause you love me like the seasons change. You're harder than July. You're cold, you switch so fast. Love me like the seasons change. The second item is this little creamy whitey yellow top. So this is new to me. This arrived just a few days ago. I actually bought this because I saw it on one of Helen's videos. I hadn't even considered it really until I saw it on her. And when I saw it on her, I thought it looked really beautiful on her. I thought it looked like it could go with so many different things, and she styled it really well, so it tempted me to have a go. This is just kind of a pretty blouse. If I bring it up close, you'll see that it has quite an interesting collar detail with these long things that you can tie. Again, it has slightly puffed sleeves, but in a slightly different style to the dress. And it is this slightly unusual colour. The colour was the only thing that I wasn't sure about initially, because it is more on the yellow side, which I'm not sure how well that suits me, but it looked so good on Helen that I had to try it. Now this is an interesting composition. This is a mixture of silk, linen and cotton. I believe it's 50% linen and the rest is sort of a half and a half split between cotton and silk. So as you can imagine, it feels really nice. It feels really well made. Again, all the stitching looks like it's been done relatively carefully, and it does look like it would last a reasonable amount of time. Because of those more premium materials, it's, you know, almost 30% silk. It does come with a slightly higher price tag. So this one was £95 originally. I also got a discount on this. I got 20% off, making it a little bit more affordable, but it is something to bear in mind that it's one of the most expensive tops I've seen on And Other Stories, but I'm sure that is down to the silk content. I'm interested to style this up. I think it is something that I can see myself wearing a lot in summer, and something that will last in my wardrobe. It's relatively timeless. Yes, it has a slight puff sleeve, which is obviously a trend at the moment, but I don't think it's so exaggerated that I wouldn't feel comfortable wearing it after that trend has passed. This one I got in a size European 38, so a size 10. I thought it looked reasonably true to size on Helen and on the And Other Stories website as well, so I felt comfortable going with my usual size. I could come on over if you'd want to. We could cook some dinner, light some candles if you want to. Maybe I am coming on too strong. Maybe this is too much, maybe all of this is wrong. Baby, I've been missing you like crazy lately. But I don't think... Another one that I got a couple of weeks ago is this lovely pink blouse. This is really special. I had my eye on this for at least a month, if not 6 weeks, before I actually went into store and bought it. And I just knew, as soon as I saw it on the website really, that it was exactly the sort of thing that I love to wear. So it's a pink blouse. It's got quite a lot of unusual details on it though. So it's got a really pretty ruffled neckline that's just quite delicate and quite sweet. Again, it has the puff sleeves. It also has some little lace paneling along down the top as well, and it also has like a little ruffle at the bottom, almost like a very mini peplum. It just looks like something that would fit perfectly with a pair of blue denim. Equally, a skirt, if you had like a mini skirt or a midi skirt, I think you could wear this with it quite easily. And again, it's made of cotton, 100%, so it's going to feel so breathable in the summer. This one I got in a size 12, a European 40, and that was mainly because of the puff sleeves. These ones are the type that are more tight to your arm, so they're elasticated at the bottom. And I just thought I don't want those to be cutting into me at all really, so I went for the slightly bigger size. The price of this one was £65. Again, I got quite a good discount on this one, so I didn't pay full price, but even £65 for something that looks this intricate, is made of cotton, is quite a nice girly colour, I think is not too bad of a price. You could easily see something like this on Sezane for double that price. Love me like the seasons change. You're hotter than July. You're cold, you switch so fast. And the final piece that I have to show you today is a skirt. This is a midi skirt. I will take it off the hanger so I can show you more properly. So this is the skirt. It is a navy blue skirt with white floral pattern on it. It has some navy buttons going down the middle, about 2/3 of the way down, and then the rest of the skirt in the middle is a split. It's a midi skirt, and again, it's 100% cotton. It does also have a lining. It has a navy blue lining, so no worries at all about it being see-through or sheer, which is almost essential for me these days. I got this one in a size 10, so I'll be interested to see if this fits, because I am a bit more of a 12 on bottom, but I do find with skirts that because it's only really the waist that has to fit you right, I can usually go for a 10 and it sits slightly nicer. The price of this one was £65 again, so that is quite a common price for their 100% cotton pieces, which again I think is relatively reasonable. One of the main reasons I picked this up is because I think it gives major Rouge vibes. If you know the French brand Rouge, you know they do lots of skirts in kind of similar designs and patterns to these. But on Rouge, this would be at least double the price. So I'm really interested and hopeful to have found this, and hopefully it is kind of a dupe for one of their skirts.
You can come on over if you want to. We can watch some TV, watch some Netflix if you want. You can come on over if you want to. We can do whatever we want to, baby. I've been missing you like crazy.
So that is all the clothing pieces that I've recently purchased from And Other Stories. I'd love to know what you think, whether you think I should keep the 2 new pieces that I've added. I'm already definitely keeping these, especially this top, because this was the one I was most unsure about. So let me know if you like the look of that and you think it's worth the price tag. I'm also going to be doing some videos soon styling these pieces. I think I want to do a video on my spring, early summer capsule wardrobe. So if you would like to see that, then let me know down below. And do let me know down below if there are any other videos you'd like to see from me. Hopefully I will see you in my next video, and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you like this content.